What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode on the Chris Law Show. I want to talk to y'all about the reason why last night definitely confirmed what I've always been thinking about the young black male youth. I'm sorry, that's like a double word. I said young black male youth, but you get my drift. But anyway, I see why the black male youth is getting killed on the streets the way that they are. A lot of it has to do with respect, and a lot of it has to do with just plain out ignorance. So I went to the store last night, and I walked in. I got me a lemonade, paid for my lemonade, and then when I came out, I realized that damn, I need to put gas in this truck. So I backed up to the pump that was like directly behind the parking spot that I was already parked in. So I backed up, and the normal routine. I backed up. I looked to see what pump it was. It was pump number 5. And before I got out the truck, I was getting my wallet out of the middle console, and I noticed that a van had pulled up into the parking spot that I had just came out of, and inside of this van was about 5 people, and 3 people got out of the van. It was a girl, and she was getting out the car, and she was going to the back of the van, getting her bag out, and 2 guys got out, and I realized immediately that they were kind of young. So um, I got my wallet and I'm walking into the gas station. So when I get into the gas station, the girl and one of the guys, they had walked over to the ATM inside the store. And then one of the other ones, the other guy that had got out the car with him, he was in line. So I'm standing 6 feet apart, social distance. I'm standing 6 feet back from him. And nothing is in my mind at all. All I'm thinking about is I'm about to put gas in this truck and I'm going to go home and eat because I had bought some food. So that's all I was thinking about. Like nothing else was on my mind. So this young boy, and I'm looking at him. He has to be probably about, I don't know, maybe 23, something like that. He like him about 23, maybe 21 at the youngest, but somewhere in that age range. So he reaches down to get some money out of his pocket, and he turns around as he's getting his money, and he looks right at me in my face. And he looked at me in my face, so I looked back at him. Like literally, look back at him, that's all. So he turns around, and instead of him, if he had a problem with me, instead of him turning around and saying something to me, he kept his eyes toward the cashier and looking over also at his friends at the ATM, and he was like, yeah, shit, I ain't from around here. And, I was alerted by the fact that he started talking because I was like, well, in my mind, I'm thinking like, who the fuck is he talking to? Yeah, I ain't from over here, shit. I'm a real nigga. Nigga, I'm from Bankhead, goddamn. Real jack boy from Bankhead, from the west side. And anybody who's familiar with Atlanta, they know that Bankhead, the west side of Atlanta, has always been, famous for being one of the roughest sides of Atlanta. But I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking in my mind, like, if he's talking to me, obviously he doesn't recognize that this area that I live in, I ain't from around here either. I just live over here. I live over here because it's quiet. You know what I'm saying? So we both have something in common. I ain't from over here. I ain't from the west side, but the side I come from definitely ain't peaches and cream either. So I didn't say anything because his friend was like, bro, what you talking about, bro? Why is you even in here saying all that? And he like, I'm just saying though, I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was really talking like, is this nigga on something? Is something really wrong with him? Was he intimidated by the fact that when he turned around, he looked me in my face and I looked right back at him? And I wasn't looking back at him like, yeah, I'm an animal too. It was just like you turned around and you looked me in my face, so I looked you back in your face. Are you intimidated some kind of way? That's why you had to turn around and start talking all this, all this rah-rah shit. So I went out the gas station and I started pumping my gas. Well, I realized that I had paid for too much gas. So now I had to make the decision to go back in the store. So, of course, y'all know what I did. I got my pistol off the floor because I always keep my gun on the driver's side floor right by my right leg, that I'm pushing the gas with. So if anything ever happens, that shit is right there. I can just reach down and grab it. I already got the safety off. So we ready to roll, you know what I'm saying? There's already one in the chamber. So it's ready to pop, So I'm like, okay, I got to go back in the store. You know what? Let me go ahead and tool up when I go back inside the store. Because if there's anything else, or if this nigga feel like, you know what I'm saying, hold up, bro, this man that came back in the store, because they still in the store. I don't know what they doing at this ATM, but they still over here in the store. I tool up. So I go back in the store. He's still in there. And I go to the counter. I'm like, yeah, I paid for too much gas. He like, yeah, I already got you, bro. I'm getting ready to get your change right now. Well, give you your money back for that part. And dude in there like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with these folk these days. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Let me really think about this right quick, because I can react in a whole different way right now. And I can end up rocking this nigga to sleep right now inside this store. But now I got to explain what happened, because I can't say that this was self-defense. I could really, basically it's like both our lives could change right now. And he don't even understand that what you're doing. What if it wasn't a person like me that's 41 years old that been out here in the street long enough to know how to, you know what, I ain't really gotta, put myself in a position where I even got to go through any of this, where I could possibly get hurt, or even I could go to prison, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But it goes to show you this is how easy the black males get themselves caught up. Because what if I wasn't thinking the way I was thinking? What if I was drunk last night? What if I had too many shots of Hennessy last night and I was on some bullshit? And I had to been like, bro, what you talking about, my nigga? I ain't from over here either. Because that's the response that would have, came immediately with him acting that way. But I say this to say, man, listen. Y'all pay attention. Keep your eyes on the swivel. Be humble. Don't have too much pride out here in the street, because you end up killing one of these niggas, man. For real. All I'm saying is, we got to, I don't know what we got to do. I really don't. I really don't know what we got to do. But last night was definitely a prime example of how things can go left real quick. I'm out, y'all.